Good morning. So today we are going to be in my shop. I have Abby with me. She's come down to help me with this truck that's behind me. So there's a few problems with this thing, but the worst part is that there's a few bigger problems with my Dodge, my Big Blue. So the problem today is these wheel bearings, the hub. It has a little bit of play. Okay, that's a lot of play. I don't even have to try. So the other side isn't as bad, but it's still, there's movement, so we're gonna replace both of them. So not a super hard job, but. So the reason why I have to get this truck on the road, driving it around, is because I blew a head gasket on my Dodge. At least I do believe it is a head gasket. It leaks oil between the block and the head. So, the head gasket, right? What I'm hoping is that everything else is okay. I'm hoping that there's no crack in the block or in the head, and we can just clean it up and put it back on and it'll all be good. But we'll see. So right now, gonna get this going to make sure that we have a vehicle to drive. And then we need a truck. Like, come on. You know, how are we gonna go 4x if we don't have a truck?
No idea.
Yeah, so I'll get that going. Okay, well, that one's done. Looks a lot better. And now we're gonna move over to this one. Okay, so that's second side all done. Now what do we have to do? Put away the tools, and we have to pull this motor. This is a 6-liter LS. I think I have a plan for it, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. I got a few decisions to make, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to pull this truck out. And we're gonna put it in kind of my storage area outside. But I don't really want to work on this one right now. I got some other things I gotta deal with first. Of course, I mean, I want to work on it right now, but I guess I gotta do priority things, like make sure I have a running vehicle. Whew. Man, should probably make sure I get a haircut here soon. But anyways, yeah, so this one is kind of done. I gotta pull the engine out of the back, and then there is an oil leak, and I will figure out what that is. So right now I'm gonna pull this white one out and find a spot for it. Okay, look at that. So much more room. Ooh, it's bright outside. Look at that. So nice. Man. Okay, just gonna give it a little sweep down. And then oh, then we have to pull that motor out and find a spot for it. Don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. I'll find a spot. Okay, that's out of there. So I got it sitting right here. It's not ideal, but that's where it's gonna live for the next couple of weeks, I think, until I get on that. Still, it's only been a few minutes. I still haven't made a decision on what I'm gonna do with that. It's gonna go in something, and 6 liter should go pretty fast. That's all I know. Okay, we got the brakes done and the hub's done. We're gonna take it for a test drive and see if everything works. The brakes seem a little soft, so I'm not really sure what it is. Well, we'll try it out. Okay, let's try. Yeah, no. Well, good day. So, as you saw in the last clip, I did all the brakes and went to test drive it, and the brakes were soft. So I put a new master cylinder in it, put all new brake lines, not all new brake lines, but a lot of new brake lines. So of course, air in the system, right? Bled it all out. Went through so much so much brake fluid, and the pedal would harden up and be great, but then it sits for a minute and it goes soft. I've checked everywhere, checked for leaks everywhere. So the last thing is, and I've been researching it, trying to figure out, because I haven't had this problem before. Researching it, and they say that it's probably the ABS system that needs to be bled. The only way you can bleed it is with a scanner that has a bleeding app on it, or whatever it is called. So I've never done that before, but that's okay. I don't mind learning new things and trying them out. It's not a problem. But I don't have a scanner like that, so I need to get one. And so I'm ordering one or something. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna look around and see if a friend of mine, if any of my friends have one. Somebody's got to. But they're really expensive, and I'm just don't want to buy one right at this moment, because I've spent a lot of money on big projects that we're doing, and I know it's only $1,000, but it's, you know, sometimes $1,000 is a lot of, well, $1,000 is a lot of money, but because, I mean, we all know that I'm not rich. My projects would be a lot bigger. But for work, you know, I mean, we've got a few houses on the go, and right now I'm doing some condos and just doing the interior, doing tile in them. So anyways, I'm waiting on that. So I never finished the video out. So this is basically me finishing the video out, and hopefully I'll get these jobs all cleaned up, and we will be putting some really good shop content and some exploring content together, and having some good videos. So anyways, in that, I am going to let you guys go until next time. We will let's get working in the shop. All right, see you next week.